Dear friends, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. This is a very special Shabbat as we'll be reading the Torah portion of Vayechi. And with it we finish and conclude the first book of the Torah, Bereshis, Genesis, which is always accompanied in synagogues where they read the Torah with Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazek, to be strong and strong and be strengthened. I want to share with you something that happened in this week's Torah portion that is a very important lesson for us in our daily conduct. And the story goes that Jacob, our forefather, the third patriarch, passes away in Egypt, and led by Joseph, his children take him up to Israel to bury him in Ma'aras HaMachpelah, in the cave of the patriarchs in the city of Hebron, the oldest Jewish site in the world, and a place where I encourage everyone who's in Israel to go and visit. This is, aside from the temple, the holiest place in the world. All of our prayers travel through Hebron to the temple, to heaven above. Our three patriarchs, and three of our four matriarchs are buried there. So when Yaakov was taken up there to be buried, they met a challenge. And that is that his brother Esav was standing by the entrance to the Ma'arat HaMachpelah and said, no, our generation has two spots for burial. Jacob buried his wife Leah there. The other spot is for me, Esav. Then the sons of Yaakov said, but you sold your part to Esav. And he said, prove it. So one of the children of Yaakov ran down to Egypt very quickly to get the document of the sale. Meanwhile, one of Jacob's grandchildren, who was deaf, saw that they're just lingering and they're not giving the proper respect to his grandfather, and bury him right away. But because he couldn't hear, they didn't understand what was going on, but they were all pointing to Esav. So in the moment, he took his sword and he killed Esav, beheaded Esav. And we're told that the head of Esav rolled into the Ma'arat HaMachpelah. His body was buried elsewhere and his head was buried right next to where Jacob lies. Now we're told that when Esav was upset at Yaakov for stealing the blessings, and he wanted to kill him, so Rivka, their mother, encouraged Yaakov to run away until the anger of his brother subsides. And she said these words, why should I lose both of you in one moment? Meaning, if Esav tries to kill you and you struggle with him, you'll both end up dead. Why should I lose you both in one moment? This was just a few words that she said, but actually it came true. Because though they didn't die on the same day, they were buried on the same day. Jacob was brought to his burial a little while after he died, and Esav died and was buried on that day. And what I want to point out over here is the power of words. Rivka did not mean anything bad, but she made a statement. Why should I lose both of you in the same day? And a statement said, especially by someone holy, but a statement said by anybody, finds its way often into reality. Words are not meaningless. Words don't just disappear. Once you put a word out there, it stays and it lingers and it travels until somehow it finds a home. And therefore, we have to be so careful in the words that we use, how we refer to someone, how we call someone, the statements that we say, the expressions that we use. Be very, very careful. The Rebbe taught us how important it is to use the right words. The Rebbe emphasized how important it is to use positive words, because positive words reinforce positive behavior, reinforce positive things happening in the world. let's remember the power of the words that come out of our mouth. We can't even know what effect they will have. And if we pay more attention to it, our relationships, our communication will be so much better. And our words will be so much weightier by people. They will have so much more meaning to people. And may God fulfill His word and promise to us that He will bring Mashiach very quickly in our days. So Shabbat Shalom. I want to wish everyone a meaningful and an easy fast on the 10th of Tevet, tomorrow, Friday. I wish all be blessed. God bless you all. We love you all. Candlelighting time in Montreal, 4:13 p.m.